New build homes. In the last series of Watchdog, we heard about the teething problems or snags buyers have experienced often when they've spent up to £500,000 on a property.
That just moved in?
Yes.
Look at that! And that's red hot as well, I can feel that.
Every radiator in the house is exactly the same.
OK, it's the National House Building Council, or the NHBC as it's known, who is supposed to fix faults like those. Its 10-year warranty should provide peace of mind. Too often, it doesn't. Dom Littlewood reports.
A 2007 two-bed Miller Homes apartment comes with all mod cons, open-plan kitchen and living room, ensuite master bedroom and lots of mould.
But don't worry, it's a new build, so it comes with a 10-year NHBC warranty. And any major defect, they promise to investigate and put right in a timely manner. Well, at least that's what they promise.
Kimberly Dearden had been in the Wigan apartment just 3 months when the mould started appearing.
Initially we'd noticed that the mould had appeared on the walls in the spare bedroom and the master bedroom, and then it spread and began growing then on clothes, personal possessions, our bedroom furniture.
When Kimberly contacted the NHBC, they did come out to inspect the flat, but then they blamed her.
The NHBC quite clearly told us on more than one occasion that the excess mould and the condensation in the apartment was due to our lifestyle through use of a shower, washing in the apartment and cooking.
The NHBC warranty only covers condensation if it's caused by a building defect. If it's the result of lifestyle factors, then it's excluded. Kimberly immediately replaced her belongings and ordered a deep clean, costing £2,500. But the mould soon returned. So, was Kimberly at fault or the apartment? We sent in expert surveyor Barry Cross.
The insulation in the cavity of the outer and inner brickwork is inconsistent. There is no insulation between the plasterboard and the inner wall, which is fixed to the wall on dabs of plaster. And so there's a gap of about 25 millimetres an inch where cold spots are occurring on the inside wall.
Barry's thermo-imaging camera meant he was able to show a link between these cold spots, which are coloured blue, and the mould growth. His verdict? The NHBC's diagnosis was wrong.
If we can go to the corner where the two walls conjoin, we have quite a marked difference in temperature. And it's no wonder that there's a huge problem with mould growth on this wall. The NHBC, without any further investigation, to advise the occupier to reduce cooking, reduce bathing, just because that might be part of the problem, is completely unacceptable. Really, they should be carrying out further investigations to see if the house has a problem, which I think it has.
When it comes to the NHBC signing off substandard new homes, Kimberly's case is by no means the worst. Ellen Burnell had 7 years of her warranty remaining on this 3-bedroomed house when cracks began to appear. Deep ones, both inside and out. The NHBC took 9 months to investigate and another 6 to send their report. Then they admitted the builder hadn't dug deep enough, causing the foundations to move and the walls to crack. Worse, they argued the ground had now stopped moving. There was no danger of further cracks, so they didn't need to do any major repairs.
I was really angry because I felt that we were just about to be duped in some way. It's just ridiculous. But the trouble is, what do we do? Because NHBC seem to pride themselves on being protectors of people with their new homes, and yet they're very clearly not doing anything to protect us. In fact, they're doing quite the opposite. They're hoping to get away with wriggling out of actually dealing with something that they're responsible for.
Since Watchdog became involved, the NHBC has started monitoring the house once more. They've also agreed to meet Ellen next month, along with her independent surveyor.
Failing to investigate, signing off on things that are wrong and then not putting them right. All in all, it's not looking good for the NHBC or their warranty. Now, if you think Kimberly and Ellen have been let down by the NHBC, imagine living for over a year with such a severe mould problem that it was having a serious impact on the life and health of your family.
In 2008, Rebecca and David Myers discovered the 5-bedroom dream house they'd bought from Westbury Homes was riddled with damp and their ground floor carpets covered in mould. The NHBC told them to hire their own surveyor. He thought the problem was likely caused by defects in the house's damp proofing and gave a chilling warning about the mould.
The initial report that the surveyor did cited the various types of mould that could be caused by this dampness. Serious issues, respiratory problems, different skin problems from the mould and the fungal. It caused headaches, fatigue, ear infections, nose infections, anything really to do with your respiratory system.
Did this serious assessment spark the NHBC into moving the family out? No. Instead, they ordered a series of further inspections. 4 of them, in fact. But at the end of it all, the NHBC came up with their own conclusion. They blamed the damp on the family's carpet underlay, telling them it was trapping moisture. Their solution? Simply lift up the carpets and allow the floor to air.
It was just ridiculous. We couldn't believe that they'd said that, and we felt that NHBC were just trying to bat off the claim and not help us in any way.
After 9 more months of wrangling, the NHBC commissioned a new expert to test the mould. He said it presented a direct threat to the Myers' health.
Specialists recommended that the house should be what they call decontaminated, and that would have to be done by a specialist wearing the equivalent of forensic suits, masks, Wellington boots, because it was such a dangerous atmosphere to work in.
The NHBC finally moved the family out, saying they'd be back within 3 months. But, as a final blow, the NHBC didn't start work on the house for a whole year.
It's been 2 years of hell, really. It's just been absolutely horrendous, and the problems are still going on now. I wish we hadn't bought the house, really.
Incredible, jaw-dropping, disgraceful. And after watching that, you're probably wondering who the NHBC are and what they're there for. Chris is going to tell us.
Indeed. Well, they are the standard-setting body and the leading warranty provider for new homes in the UK. Now, half of their funding comes from developers and the other half from investment income. Now, they say their overriding purpose is to, and I quote, provide consumer protection for new home buyers.
Yeah, we'll tell that to the people in our film.
Well, they have apologised to all three for the mistakes and delays in handling of their claims. Ellen Burnell, the woman who had those cracks on her walls, well, they say they're continuing to monitor the movement in the house. And in the report, as we said, they'll be meeting her and her surveyor next month.
And Kimberly, who they said it was her fault because she was cooking and using the shower.
Incredible. Well, we sent them the findings of our expert who said it was down to poor insulation. They've now promised to reinvestigate.
And the Myers family, whose health was quite clearly put at risk.
Yes, the most serious case of all. Well, they've apologised for all the mistakes they've made in that case, and the work's finally been completed. It costs a whopping £194,000, which includes £23,000 to the family for contents damage, replacement of carpets, redecorations, things like that. Now, I've also offered the Myers a goodwill payment of £5,000, but I've got to say that we understand the family aren't happy with that offer.
Don't blame them. OK, in all those cases, the homeowner refused to accept what the NHBC originally told them and had their own independent tests carried out. There's a lesson there. If you had similar problems with the NHBC, let us know.